Jay, Brad preaches to you guys, and he has preached the whole season, the day-to-day process of buying into today, not looking forward to tomorrow. As a player, how do you compartmentalize to that level to be able to buy into that?
I mean, it makes everything around you much easier if you simplify your life and your game, and each game we play as such. So as we put it into play and live our lives, live our practices like that, live day-to-day, game-to-game, it makes everything much easier, you know, for us to not look forward or not look behind us after a loss or something like that. So it just makes it much easier for us to come out and work every day.
How does that apply to the postseason? Everyone knows that you want to win a championship, but the short-term goal.
You got games to get there. You got games to win before you get there. So it helps a lot to just hone in on one game at a time. And I'm sure after tomorrow's game, we have something that we need to improve on, and you got to hone in on that. And just take it one game at a time the whole way. So it for sure helps us out a lot.
Few people know how to guard Jimmy Butler as much as you do. They really like to, especially against you, they like to run him through screens in the mid-range area to free him up. Yeah. How hard is it kind of tracking through those screens and not having to switch every time that they go on ball?
Well, it's difficult, but Lopez does a great job of getting him open and screening. And as I watch, as much film as I've watched the last few days, him coming off his right hand and pick and rolls, he's very dangerous, and we're aware of it. We just got to make it as difficult as possible, and not let him get a rhythm going in the mid-range game. He has a great mid-range game, we all know. Just got to stay connected as much as possible and fight over the screens and make it a tough for him.
Do you feel like you have to play wider against him because you never know when he's going to pop or hesitate? You can really pull it from anywhere.
Well, yeah, you got to pick and choose how aggressive you play him, because he's great at getting to the foul line. He's always been having that niche of getting to the foul line. So you do have to mix it up a little bit on him as the game goes on. He can't feel comfortable at all. But I feel like we have a good game plan to make him feel uncomfortable as much as possible. But he's gonna make some tough shots. We know it because he's a great player.
Jay, you're not one who needs motivation, but are you motivated by the fact that people might say that you're not a real #1 seed and that Cleveland's still favored and that?
I mean, our motivation is to win the championship. That's enough motivation in itself. So we're not expecting everyone to be on our side. I mean, as long as the guys in the locker room believe and our coaching staff believe in us, we've been able to get the job done night in and night out. We're just believing in our own self. We don't need anybody else to believe in us, you know, as so to say. But we believe in each other. We believe in each other, so we'll let that handle itself.
Is this a group that kind of thrives under those circumstances, though?
I mean, that's where we come from. I think that's what's driven us thus far, is just believing in each other. Even when doubters around us really doubt us and put us down, but we believe in each other, and that's what has gotten us to this point.
So you begin the process, though, as an underdog. Do you feel like an underdog?
I wake up every day feeling like an underdog, you know? So it's nothing new to me. It's nothing new to the group of guys in the locker room. I'm sure if you looked at us before the season, you would have never said we would be the 1 seed going into the playoffs. We've been an underdog my whole career. A lot of guys in the locker room have been an underdog their whole career, so we had that chip on our shoulder still, and that's what it takes. And I think that we never should get relaxed, we never should get complacent. We should always play with that chip, and I think it'll help us in the long run.
Jay, what is that moment like that you guys are the #1 seed?
I really haven't let it sit in yet. I'm sure tomorrow night with that home court, first game on the playoffs being at home, it'll probably settle in then. But for the most part of my whole career, I've never been having home court advantage. I always played that first playoff game on the road, and that's a tough game to play, you know, with the emotions involved in the game. But I'm sure tomorrow it'll set in a little better. But right now, I feel no different.
Yeah, how different is it, though, with expectations this year?
Like I said, I know myself. I can speak for myself and I speak for my teammates. We really don't listen to the outside stuff. It's been the expectation the whole year. We fell, we overachieved, we did it all. We've been through it all. So the expectations in our locker room is to win a championship and put ourselves in position to get to the final. So we got to take it one game at a time, and we feel like with the guys in the locker room, we're very more than capable of getting that job done.
Jay, what changes in the playoffs as far as refs and plays calling, and how much more physical are you allowed to be? Are you allowed?
It's pretty physical. Yeah, it's pretty physical. But playoff basketball, you got to expect some physical blows from both sides of the game, both sides of the court. So it's very physical type basketball game, much different than the regular season because you're able to hone in on a few plays and you know it's coming and you take it away and you're beating guys to spots and you're just making it as tough as possible because you know exactly what the opposing team is going to do. So it allows you to be more physical than normal. So I think that's the difference between regular season and playoffs.
Does that help you guys? Is this a good
I would say
group?
so. I would say so. We don't shy away from the physicality type game. So I know myself and Smart and those guys who like to be physical. So it'll be fun.
You were college teammates with Jimmy Butler, obviously. Is that something where you guys will talk to each other, see each other while he's here, or is that relationship kind of put on hold for the playoffs?
It's kind of put on hold, you know. we have a lot of time to reminisce and do all that stuff. Right now, on opposing teams battling for one thing, and that's to win the series. So I'm sure to be put on hold. And you want a question? No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna wrap it up.
Emotions. Is there some late leftover emotions though? I mean, it's
Between me and him?
No, you
Two
guys
teams?
and the Bulls. Yeah.
I would say so. I mean, those guys, they hit us in the mouth. I think game 2, we came back game 3 and got the win, and game 4 was how we wanted it to be. We know they're very capable. It's a veteran type led team who know how to win games. And it's no coincidence that they made it to the playoffs because those guys play very, very hard and know how to get it done. So we know we got our hands cut out. It'll be a tough, hard-fought battle between both teams, and those guys be ready for sure. We're very sure of that, and we just put ourselves in position to hit first and have the intensity throughout the whole game and dictate the game how we wanted to play.
Does that last play from the last game still stick with you a little bit?
Last play of the last game.
Jimmy's shot.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, they got the win. Oh yeah, I mean that was a tough one to swallow right before the All-Star break. We was going in playing well, and I felt like we did everything in our power to win that game. But it came down to the referee's hands. It came down to that shot. So, I mean, we got them back game 4. I feel like we for sure took care of business and did what we had to do. But that was a tough one. That was a tough one, especially how well we were playing leading up to that game.